Hey, how's it going? As a lot of you are aware, that Australia votes for this referendum tomorrow. But what you don't know is that there are 11 Indigenous ministers in Parliament who are supposed to support these Aboriginals in the remote communities. It is the Aboriginals in the remote communities are the ones that are suffering, not the ones in the city. Linda Burney and Ken Watt get a combined total of $490 billion that is supposed to go towards helping these remote communities. These communities don't see a dollar at all. Noel Pearson and Marsha Langton have a net worth of $5 million each, and yet they claim to be disadvantaged. I wish I was that disadvantaged, don't you? That disadvantage that you had $5 million in your bank account. Once again, they're getting this money from Australian taxpayers that are supposed to go towards helping remote Aboriginal communities, and these communities don't see 1 cent. We have 3,300 Aboriginal agencies here in Australia. All of them are taxpayers funded. And again, these remote communities do not see 1 cent. All this voice is doing is dividing the country and is going to make rich man richer while the poor man is poorer. Thomas Mayo, original name is Thomas Mayer. He is not Aboriginal. His mother is Polish with Jewish and English ancestry, and his father is Filipino. So here you've got somebody who's trying to claim to be Aboriginal when he is not. $35 billion goes into the Aboriginal industry each year. Once again, these Aboriginal communities that are in the remote areas do not see 1 cent. Anthony Albanese admitted that he never read the Uluru Statement. Now, people from the Yes campaign are going, it's only 1 page. Then you had somebody else go, oh, it's actually 18 pages. Then another idiot goes, oh, actually, no, it's 26 pages. Well, guess what? It's actually 112 pages, and I will leave the link in my description. So if you want to have a look, they've got minutes and diagrams and all sorts of things, but you'll see for yourself it's actually 112 pages long. So when Australians go to vote tomorrow, I really, really hope that people who claim they're going to vote yes change their mind and vote no. And while you're at it, if anybody wishes to look up the 1967 referendum, you will see that Aboriginals were put in the Constitution back then in order to give them the right to vote and be classified as equals. Also, look up King Stephen Australian immigration, and you will see for yourself that the Australian government don't care about what happens to these Aboriginal communities. If you have a look at a video that I did quite some time ago saying about the Aboriginal stolen generations that exist, it's because it does. Going back in, I think it was 1978, a law was brought in that they no longer remove Aboriginal children from their families. The act is still very much happening. A lot of these Aboriginal children are being taken away and placed up for adoption, and some of these families do not get their children back because these white fellas in Parliament think that they can raise a black man's baby better than they can, which we all know is a load of When Kevin Rudd was Australia's Prime Minister, there was a phone poll done that if and when the Queen passed away, whether we will become a republic. And most people are like, yep, all for going to a republic. Let's get rid of the monarchy. That's the Voice's hidden agenda. And a lot of people can't see it. How long has the Queen been dead? Just over a year. Like, hello, wakey wakey. This whole voice thing is a scam. 35 billion, if not more, has been spent to so-called Yes campaign, while the No campaign has been going on donations. I myself voted no because I believe that we are all equal. And I do know that the Australian government wants to remove the sovereignty because Australia is a sovereign country. And by them removing the sovereignty, that means the Aboriginal people can no longer claim that the land is stolen. See? And we all know what's going to happen from there. Look what happened in New Zealand and look what happened in Africa. Yeah. So, have a long think about what I've said. And as for Ryan Was, who is a YouTuber that did a video about 2 weeks ago on The Voice, you need to actually do your research, mate, before you go making a video about a referendum you know nothing about. And I hope Ryan hears this when I say look up the 1967 referendum. And while you're looking up the 1967 referendum that was here in Australia, go and look up King Stephen, the Australian immigration, and have a look what was promised to the Aboriginal people. And you will see the government want to destroy that. Like I said, The Voice has it in the agenda. Yeah. The amount of people that who overseas think they have the right to talk about a referendum that's happening in Australia when it doesn't affect their life, it affects our life. So, Ryan Was, do your research next time before you want to talk about Australian referendum. Bye.